The rapture is a big topic among evangelical Christians, but there are two issues often overlooked in debates about the end time. Hi, my name is Eric and I investigate all things biblical. And as a former journalist and author, I've been studying prophecy for the past 33 years. The rapture is an end-time theory that has been popularized by Christian fiction books such as the Left Behind series and 20-plus movies on the topic. And so it became ingrained in the eschatology of about a quarter of all Christians, the 700 million or so Pentecostal and evangelical Christians. The rapture is based mostly on Bible passages such as Matthew 24:39 to 41 and 1 Thessalonians 4:15 and on. And they debate whether this sudden, in the twinkling of an eye, removal of the church or Christians from earth is before, during, or after a period of terrible events on earth called the tribulation, followed by the second coming of Christ and the Messianic millennium, or also called the kingdom of Christ on earth. So, what are the two missing issues? Number one is that the Apostle Paul and the other inspired scribes of the New Testament, except for John near the end of his life, did not know about the Messianic millennium. It was revealed and is discussed only at the very end of the Bible in Revelation 20-22. Which explains the strong expectation of the imminence of Christ's return we see Paul and the early church had. Those first Jewish followers of Yeshua, having just witnessed the fulfillment of so many prophecies, expected the kingdom of Messiah on earth to start any day. This is, for example, why Salome, the mother of James and John, according to tradition, the aunt of Yeshua, in Matthew 20 requested if his cousins could be seated next to him on his throne. They were thinking of a throne in Jerusalem, not a celestial one. So, when debating about a pre-trib rapture, one cannot claim that the Apostle Paul had such an expectation and read that into his letters. The apostles did not know that the time of the Gentiles, Yeshua referred to in Luke 21:24, would be the two prophetic 1,000-year days Hosea 6 verse 2 prophesied. The church too did not realize it until now. Now that we are so close to 2030 and realize it's been 2,000 years since the crucifixion and resurrection of Christ. Okay, the second issue is that creation is not linear as much as the earth is neither flat nor round, but elliptical. So, what does this have to do with the end time rapture and so on? It's about challenging those linear, progressive timelines about Revelation, which pastors so love to expound on. We look at history on a timeline, but seasons are clearly cyclical, and so too can dreams, visions, and prophecies be repeated. For example, in the repeated dreams of Joseph and Pharaoh, the visions of Amos and Peter in Acts 10. This applies also to the visions in the book of Revelation, as we clearly see in verse 11 of chapter 10. Over the centuries, this has been pointed out by several theologians, but which evangelicals just ignore. In my next video, I'll explain why the majority of Christians, the Roman Catholic, the Orthodox, and Protestant traditions do not subscribe to the rapture theory, and some call it an American heresy, saying that nothing good can come out of Hollywood, and I agree. Popularity is no measure of truth. Thank you for watching. Shalom.